Good morning. I'm Elle Brodsky, founder of Yoga Buzz. When we first partnered with Gateway Arch Park Foundation in the fall of 2015 for the Sunrise Yoga Series in downtown St. Louis, we had no idea that we were starting a new tradition here in our city. While we're not able to practice in person right now for, the obvious reasons, we are very grateful that we're able to continue our Tuesday morning tradition with a virtual Sunrise Yoga Series. I want to say a big thank you to our partners at Gateway Arch Park Foundation for their continued support and partnership, as well as the Gateway Arch National Park for being such a beautiful background for these classes. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, good morning. My name's Nikki. We're going to practice a nice, easy, all levels flow for the next 30 minutes. So we'll start by having a seat, and it's whatever comfortable, knees bent, legs long, sitting on a prop, whatever feels good for you. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes and just focus on your breath. Good. So start to let go of everything else and try and keep your focus to your breath. We'll take about 3 rounds of breath here. Good. Feel free to keep your eyes closed or gaze soft. And on your next inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Let your hands float down wherever it's comfortable. Pause here for 3 breaths. As you inhale, think of growing a little taller. Remembering that we always have our breath. Even in the midst of chaos, we can always come back to our breath. On your next inhale, come back to center, reach for the sky. Exhale, twist it over to the left and let your hands float down wherever it's comfortable. 3 breaths here. One more breath. On your next inhale, come back to center, reach for the sky. Exhale, lean over to the right and let your hand float down. Reach with your left, maybe push into your left hip, lengthening out the side body, maybe reaching your arm a little bit farther out as well. And take one more big breath. Next inhale, come back to center. Exhale over to the left. Remember, you always can move at your pace. It may be slower than mine, but take it at your breath. Move with your body. Take any variations, modifications, or rest that you need throughout the practice, and come on back up to center. Let your hands float down. And find your way into tabletop, maybe swinging your legs around or rolling forward. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, spine is long. And as you inhale, let your belly drop towards the ground, head and hips rise. Exhale, press into the earth, arch up towards the sky. Take your cat-cow at your own pace with your own breath. Feel free to take any extra movements if you like to sit your hips back. Or if it feels good to move your hips side to side, whatever feels nice here. We're going to take about 2 more rounds of breath, just warming up the spine. This is also a really great stretch to do anytime you've been sitting for a while, either in the car or at a desk or on your couch or your bed. And come back into that tabletop. Good. Take a pause here. Take a big breath in. Nice big exhale. Good. And then walk your hands forward slightly. Spread your fingers. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back. You can bend your knees here if that feels good. If you want to paddle your feet out or move your hips side to side. Whatever feels nice here. Sometimes I like to come up to the balls of my feet and then bring them back down. Stretch out my feet a little. Let's take one more breath. Good. And then on your next inhale, glance up towards your fingers. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Take them a little bit wider than your hips. And let your head hang heavy. Maybe grab your elbows or let your hands hang down. Maybe bend your knees. Sway side to side. Good. Think of lengthening out your spine. Nice deep breaths here. One more breath. Good, and then maybe heel toe your feet in just a little bit. Press down into the soles of your feet and roll up nice and slow. Stack your vertebrae one on top of the other. Let your head come up last. Shrug your shoulders up and back a few times, opening up the chest and the lungs. Good. Bring your heels under your hips if that's comfortable. Shoulders back, palms open. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Reach up to the sky. Soften your knees and fold forward. Halfway lift. Lengthen through your spine, so maybe bring your hands to your thighs, your shins, or the ground, and fold. Press down through your feet and rise all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, long spine. And fold. And rise all the way up. Reach for the sky. Maybe even take a little back bend. Look up at the sky. Hands come to heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. And lower. Plant your hands and step back to tabletop. Bringing the knees under the hips, the wrists under the spine. Take your right leg back behind you, and then bring that foot outside of your right hand. Maybe tuck your left toe and scoot your knee back a bit. Plant your left hand, reach your right fingers up to the sky. Maybe lift your knee, maybe take your hand to your hip or wrap it around your back. We're going to be here a couple breaths, so you can play around, see what feels good. Let's take one more breath wherever you're at. And as you exhale, let your hand come inside of your foot. Lower your back knee if it's lifted. Step back to your tabletop. Get reset in that position and left leg comes back behind you. Take it outside of your left hand. Maybe take that right knee back a bit. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Take a couple breaths again if you want to lift that knee, if you want to wrap the arm around your back. It's whatever feels good for you here. Let's take one more breath looking at that beautiful sun behind me. And then as you exhale, let your left hand come down inside of your foot. Lower that knee if it's lifted and come into your tabletop. Spread your fingers, tuck your toes. Hips come up and back for down dog. Inhale, look up towards your hands. Exhale, step your feet forward. Root down through your feet to rise all the way up. Reach for the sky. Maybe glance up at the sky. Hands come down to your heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Feel free to keep the knees a little soft here. Halfway lift. Lengthen through the crown of your head and fold forward. Step your right foot back behind you and rise up into a lunge. Feel free to lower your right knee if you'd like some extra support here today. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take a breath in, reach a little higher. Exhale, hinge forward, sweep your fingers down and back. Press into your left foot to rise up. Exhale, fold forward and plant your hands. Step back to your down dog. Inhale, glance up at your hands. Exhale, step your feet forward. Halfway lift, lengthen through the crown of the head and fold. Rise all the way up, reach for the sky, maybe look up, take a little back bend, hands to heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Nice long spine and fold. Left foot steps back. Feel free to lower that knee if you'd like some support and rise up. Good. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Inhale to reach a little higher. Exhale, sweep the fingers down and back, lengthen through the crown of the head. Press into your right foot to rise back up. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back to your down dog. Glance up at your fingers and step your feet forward to meet your hands. Press down through your feet to rise up. Maybe take that little back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. We're going to add chair in here, halfway lift, so you guys know I love chair pose. And from here, start to bend your knees, sit your hips back, and lift your chest. So you don't have to come very low in chair pose. You just want to think of relaxing your shoulders, keeping your spine long. Take one more breath here. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale to fold forward. Halfway lift. And lower. Step your foot back and rise into your lunge. And again, feel free to lower that back knee if you'd like some support. Reach up for the sky and sweep your fingers down and back. Press into your left foot to rise back up. This time we're going to turn in the right heel, open up into Warrior Two. Okay, so take a moment here. Think of pushing into the outer edge of your back foot. All your fingers are nice and strong and reaching, and your shoulders are away from your ears. Your knee is in line with your toe. Inhale, reach for the sky, straighten that front leg. Exhale, open back up, keeping the fingers strong. Inhale to pause. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Step your back foot up to meet the front. Rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, and we're going to come into that chair pose. So start to lift your chest, bend your knees, and lift your heart. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, rise up, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. And lower. Step your left foot back. Rise up into your lunge, and you can always lower that knee for some support. Sweep the fingers down and back. Press into your right foot to rise up. If that knee is down, go ahead and lift it. Turn in your back heel, open up warrior two, and let me move a little so I don't have my back to you. Good, and just like the other side, press into the outer edge of that back foot. All 10 fingers are strong and reaching. Shoulders are away from your ears, your jaw is relaxed. Maybe look over those front fingers. Inhale, reach up for the sky, straighten your leg. Exhale, open back up. Pause here as you inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot. Step your back foot up to meet your front and rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift and lower. Step your right foot back behind you. Rise into that lunge. And we're going to work on a little balance pose here. So, shoulders are relaxed. You're going to shift your weight into that front foot. Try and bring your hands to your heart. So it's okay if you set your foot down for some balance, if you need a little support. Try and lift the right knee and flex the foot. Good. If you're feeling pretty good here, maybe straighten the leg out and bend it a little bit. If you need to, you can always set this foot down right here. Little balance check. And then try to lift it up again. Let's take one more breath. Really think of rooting down into the whole sole of your foot. And then take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, set that foot down. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. And lower. Step your left foot back and rise up into that lunge. So go ahead and get set up here, and you want to shift your weight into that front foot. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Start to lift that back leg, and again, bring it down if you need some support. Float that knee, maybe flex your foot. Good. Take a moment here. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Sometimes when we're working hard, we hold tension right here. Maybe set that foot down for a little breather. Maybe lengthen it out and bend that knee if you're wanting a challenge. Take one more breath wherever you're at. Next, inhale, reach up for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart, set that foot down. Ooh, nice job. Let's take a breath in. Hands to heart. And we're going to play around a little bit with chair. We're going to see how we do on our balance. So this time you're going to want your feet about hip distance apart. Shoulders shrug back. I like to take my arms about shoulder height. And then rise up to the balls of your feet. Pause here. See how you're feeling. Then try and bend your knees. And have a seat. Good. If you need to, you can go ahead and straighten your legs. You can also lower your heels if you need that. You don't have to come low, and it's okay if your legs wobble. You're going to take one more breath wherever you're at. And on your next inhale, rise up, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart, lower those heels. Fantastic job. Even though I can't see you, I know you did awesome. Let's take a breath in and reach it up. Exhale to fold forward. Bend your knees and bring your hips down. Have a seat on your mat. Take your legs long in front of you. And find your sit bones, sit up nice and tall. Flex your feet, bend your knees as much as you need here for what feels good for your legs. Reach up for the sky. And gently fold forward over your legs. Let your hands come down wherever it's comfortable. Maybe they're on the ground or your thighs or your shins. And just breathe here again. Focus on that breath. You don't have to, when you're forward fold, you don't have to touch your toes. You don't have to reach your feet. Remember, every day your body is a little bit different than it was the day before. And it's different than it's going to be tomorrow. On your next inhale, gently rise up. Good. Bend your knees. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, and it's okay if they don't fully touch. Sit up nice and tall again. And then gently fold forward. And find that nice spot that's a good stretch, but nothing sharp or painful. And just some nice deep breaths here. You can focus down on your feet. I always look at my toenails and think I really need a pedicure, but then I just never go and get one. On your next inhale, gently rise back up. And go ahead and bring your knees towards the ceiling, plant your feet. Make sure you're about halfway on your mat. And we're going to gently slide down onto our backs. Go ahead and take your right ankle, put it in front of your left thigh. Make a nice little figure 4, and you can stay right here. Or if you want, you can start to bring your knees in towards your belly a little bit if that feels good. Maybe even lift up that left leg and draw some little circles with your foot if that feels nice. Stretch out the ankle and the calf. And we'll take about 2 more breaths here. What a beautiful view today, guys. So fantastic. Go ahead and bring your foot back to the mat if you haven't already. Set your right foot down and try the other side. Take your left ankle in front of your thigh. You can stay right here if this feels good. Maybe bring the legs in towards your belly. Maybe lift that right foot if you want to draw some little circles. Relaxing the calves, relaxing the ankle. We'll take about 2 more rounds of breath here. Good. Bring your foot back to the mat if it's not there already. And go ahead and set your left foot down to the mat. Bring your knees towards your belly. Give them a hug. And if you want to rock side to side or draw some little circles with your knees, go ahead. And then gently bring your feet back down to the mat. Take your right ankle in front of your left thigh again and take your arms out by your sides. As you exhale, let your legs fall over to the right side. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Good. Move here with your breath. Take your time. Try and let the movement take a full breath. Imagine you're rolling through your lower back. Nice gentle massage as we're taking these twists. Let's go one more time to the left. And just pause here for a couple breaths. Maybe glance over your right shoulder. And on your next inhale, gently come back up to center. Set your right foot down and bring your left ankle in front of your right thigh. This time as you exhale, bring your legs over to the left side first. And then inhale, come back up through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Good. Move with your breath here. Gently massaging your lower back. We'll take a couple more breaths here. Nice gentle twist. This is also a really great twist to do in the evening to help you relax a little bit. Pause here to the right side. Maybe glance over your left shoulder. And take a few breaths here. I get to take in this beautiful view. The sun is shining. The arch looks amazing. Nice gentle fog off of the river. Let's come on back to center. Bring your knees in for a little bit of a hug. If you want to rock side to side again a little bit or draw some little circles with your knees, go ahead. We're going to take one more round of breath. And then start to find your way into your final resting pose. And that might be legs long, arms by your side. Maybe bend your knees, bring your feet flat and your knees together, or anything else that feels good. You can also come up to a seated position if that feels good as well. Feel free to soften your gaze or close your eyes at this point. Good. And so for Shavasana, you don't have to clear your mind because we have thoughts popping in and out of our head all day long. Try and bring your focus to your breath and to this present moment. Try to let go of everything else going on around you. And it's okay to acknowledge your thoughts. Just let them float away and try and bring your mind back to your breath. Feel free to take a hand to your heart and your belly if you want to feel that breath a little bit more as well. We're just going to focus on our breath for a few moments here. I'll gently bring you back in a few minutes. Feel free to stay here a little longer if you need that. If you're ready, you can start to deepen your breath and wake your body up with some little movements. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes or roll your head or anything else that feels good. Good. Maybe reach your arms overhead. Take a big stretch. If you're on your back, you can bring your knees into your belly and gently roll over to one side, whatever side feels good to you here. Gently find your way up to seated. Finding a nice, comfortable seat. And let's take a breath together. Take a breath in, fill your belly. Exhale to let everything go. You can bring your hands gently together and bow your head. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. Remember, in chaos, in all times, you always have your breath. Find your breath. From my heart to yours, good health, peace, and love, friends. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for taking the time to practice with us this morning and keeping the Sunrise Yoga Series tradition alive. Gratitude to our partners at the Gateway Arch Park Foundation for being our continued partners in this series. We continue to offer these classes at no cost and hope that you'll help to support us by sharing these classes on your social media with your friends and family, or considering a financial contribution in any amount to help keep our work of making yoga accessible and inclusive throughout the St. Louis area. You can visit yogabuzz.org for more information or to make a donation or to purchase a cool Yoga Buzz shirt. You can also support Gateway Arch Park Foundation through their website. Thank you so much.